Hey guys, it's Vanity Ezel back in Cafe Vanguard as in the Vanity weekly reviews. If you guys enjoyed, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. I'm sorry, this time we're covering more reviews from DZ Set 8, and whoop-de-doo, unfortunately it's not this week, but next week we are getting the reviews of Magnolia Patriarch, which is super cool, so I'm really excited for that, but unfortunately we have to be patient for that one, so let's get the start shot and see what we have. First today we have Paul Beastmaster Ferrari, Grade 1 Boost, 5k Shield, 8k Base. So I think how Bushy's going to do this is literally every day after the regular Tuesday reveals, they're going to do the one normal one, which is going to be, unfortunately, the Bot Deck Sentinel Give 2k. Is not a bad skill, but again, I find it boring how Bushy always does with like just a bunch of common cards. It's one thing like when they do with an actual cycler, for example, like the Biscotti and Presea and pretty much all the stuff from DZ Set 1, when they do it to something like this, where it's literally just a card you're never going to run in your deck. But it's a 2-of. It's not the worst thing in the world because it does prevent you from decking out necessarily, but it is kind of annoying. Moving on, we have Come Around Repool, Grade 1, Grade 2, and 5k Shield, 10k Base, Auto, and put on Guard Circle. If a card is put into your damage on this turn, slow boss 1, give a plus 10,000 shield for the battle. Okay, I'm not against this, because that is actually a really good skill. Simply put, take 1 damage and have 1 soul, she's automatically a 15k shield, that's great. My issue is, why is this in Lyrical Monasterio? Why? Because it makes sense for anything from Keter Sanctuary, since you know they're the Angel deck and they come from Angel Feather, but it is what it is. This is not a bad skill, like I said, it just thematically doesn't make sense to me, but we're going to go 2 over 3 of if you want to run it for generic pack filler. Moving on, we have our 2 Direful Doll support cards. First up is Direful Doll Artea, Grade 1 Boost, 5k Shield, 8k Base. It's very funny because right before these cards got revealed, I was thinking, you know, it's been a while since Android got, you know, new cards. I feel like that aren't promos. I feel like they should get a shot in the dark here, and whoop-de-doo, that same day we got reveals that we were going to get Direful Doll reveals. Anyways, Direful Doll Artea, Grade 1 Boost, 5k Shield, 8k Base. Auto rear guard when it boosts, if your Vanguard's a grade 3 guard, Direful Doll, choose 1 Direful Doll from your drop zone, soul it, and then this unit gets 5,000 power for battle. If you do at the end of that battle, bind this unit. Unfortunately, or fortunately, depending on how you look at this effect is mandatory. This does get you a free Direful Doll into Soul, regardless of who she's boosting, therefore you have call targets for Android, but more importantly, she also sends herself to Bind Zone, so you can call her out from Bind Zone via Android to get extra shield. Not a bad grade 1, honestly. This card works well. Like I said, it's free Soul and it's free Bind Power, all for simply just boosting once you're at grade 3, so who doesn't like a solid 2 over 3 of here? And I only say 2 of on the grounds of maybe you have something else you'd rather run. I haven't played Android in a while, but I still feel like this is a solid 3 of. And we have Direful Doll Concerta, Grade 1 Boost, 5k Shield, 8k Base. Okay, we obviously know I'm biased towards this because there's a moon in the background, and her hair is like that nice purple smooth. It's not like super light purple or super dark purple. It's just like there's that perfect mix in between, and it's nice and swirly. And there's Grade 1 Boost, 5k Shield, 8k Base. Auto and place on rear guard circle from the hand, check the top 5 for up to 1 Direful Doll, put it to your soul, and shuffle your deck. Cool, that just gets you 1 free Direful Doll to soul for a simple on-place rear guard from hand. And then auto when placed, auto rear guard when your other rear guard is bound during your turn. If your Vanguard's a grade 3 or greater Direful Doll, bind this unit, choose 2 of your units, give them 5k for the turn. Cool. It pumps up your other 2 units. It self-triggers off of Artea, which is great. So if you want to like have this thing boosted by Artea and then have Artea bind itself and then bind Concerta to give your other column 5k, you can, which is good. And again, it binds itself so it gives you extra cards for Android's guard skill. Aron, not bad. It's a top 5 search that gets you 1 card to soul, and it binds itself to give 2 units plus 5. So honestly, it's a solid 4 for me for Direful Dolls. That brings us over to some random Lyrical Monasterio support cards. First was Airy Tempo Prezel, Grade 2 and 5k Shield, 10k Base. Auto rear guard when unit attacks on anything. If your unit was returned from your rear guard circle to the hand by the ability of a grade 3 grade Vanguard, so pretty much half the Lyrical Monasterio grade 3 straight up, put a grade 2 or less card from your hand into your soul to draw a card, and this unit gets 10,000 power for the battle. So specifically put a grade 2 or less, don't know why it has to be a grade 2 or less, but whatever, into the soul, and then you get a free draw and she'll be a 20k. Not bad. I mean, it's very easy, again, I say, to bounce your units back to your hand thanks to the ability of literally half the Lyrical Monasterio grade 3s, and it does get you a soul, and it gets you a hand card to replace it, and it makes a 20k swinger. It's just, I don't know, I actually don't have any reasons why you shouldn't run this, honestly. It's just a solid, like, 2 over 3 of. It's just a good grade 2 all around for Lyrical Monasterio. Then we have Demonic Teaser Wilsha, so a support card for DressUp, grade 2 and 5k Shield, 10k Base. Don't know what of the grade 3 she reminds me of. For some reason, looking at her, I automatically think of one of the grade 3s, and then I completely forget it upon talking about it. Let me see if I go back to this and I just look at it again. Frick, it didn't trigger. Okay, no, it did. I can't remember what she is, but one of the grade 3s looks exactly like her, and I can't pinpoint it. Anyways, continues to be Vanguard Circle. During your turn, if your Vanguard has a DressUp ability, she gets 5,000 power. Okay, cool, so she's a 15k base. And then auto rear guard, the battle that she attacked, retire this unit to check the top 7 for any 1 card that just boost ability, put it to your hand, shuffle your deck, and reveal it. So, honestly, pretty solid. Doesn't matter what grade either player's at, just about the end of the battle she attack, retire, get a free Jest boost, and she'll be a 15k once your Vanguard is a grade 3. Honestly, Wilsha, not a bad grade 2 at all. My only gripe with her is that for some reason, every time I look at her, I see a very specific unit, and then I automatically unsee it within the 2 seconds that I see it, so I can't think of the name. But it's a good grade 2 all around, and if you see the unit in this, someone please tell me, because it's going to drive me insane. Moving on, we have Audacious Princess Kakomi. Grade 1 boost, 5k shield, 8k base. The auto back or rear guard circle once per turn. When your grade 3 or greater unit attacks from the back row center column, all your units on the center column get 5,000 power for the turn. The only deck I can think of immediately that could proc this is Pacifica. There might be one or two others. Maybe, what's the one? Felty Rosa? No, not Felty Rosa. Felty Rosa can't do it. There has to be another one. But for right now, all I can think about is Pacifica. And Pacifica would trigger the 5k to the center column. Then auto rear guard, and about this unit boosted. If your grade 3 or greater units attack a total 2 or more times this turn, by energy blasting 2 and bot decking this card, choose a grade 3 or greater card with a different card name from your Vanguard from your drops and put it to hand. I'm pretty sure that's Pacifica support. Because I genuinely cannot think of another deck where this would be that useful. Because your Pacifica that can attack from back row center is a different name than the Vanguard, and then this unit gives 5k when the grade 3 in the center back row attack. If there's something else, maybe it's Leafla, but I don't think it's Leafla. If there's something else, then there's something else, but I'm like 95% sure this is specifically for Pacifica and they don't want to put names because I don't know, but someone correct me if I'm wrong, because I'm pretty sure I'm right here, so I don't know, 2 of I guess. Then we have Ardalil Light Angel. So they just gave up on trying to give Solrairon support to kind of beat around the bush, because normally when they give restand support for Solrairon, they make it, oh, do X, Y, Z. Nope, this one they just straight up said restand a unit. Carry 2 units at 5k shield, 10k base. This thing looks beautiful, and I really hope we get a Solrairon player in the anime, because god, I love the way this card looks. Even though I know it would never actually appear in the anime, because they only animate main grade 3s and main grade 2 units, or like main attackers in general, but A is what it is. Anyways, auto when placed on rearguard circle during the battle phase. If your Vanguard's a grade 3 grade of Solrairon, counterblast 1, choose a rearguard stand it. Doesn't matter what grade the opponent is at, doesn't matter which Solrairon you're on, as long as it was placed during the battle phase, counterblast 1, stand a rearguard. Screw you, Wisdom Claw Dragon, I am no longer using you because your skill has cost me too many triggers. Continuous rearguard circle, if a normal unit is revealed by the ability of a grade 3 grade of Vanguard Solrairon on the card name, it gets 5,000 power. So cool, just being a 15k base when the Vanguard reveals a normal unit is great, but simply put, superior calling this off of either of the 2 Solrairons automatically gets your rearguard stand. Best part is it doesn't have to be front row, so if you're using Solrairon Mask and you're calling out the top 3, and then you have your back row unit that already boosted your first attack is still rested, and you have a free CB, well, CB1, stand that back row unit, and boom, you got a full board restand outside of the Vanguard column. So yeah, 4-0 for Solrairon. Very good card, F Wisdom Claw. Then we have Preserve Wizard, grade 1 boost, 5k shield, 8k base. God, I love this card's art. And I arguably want to use this for Solrairon because it looks so cool and his skill isn't that bad. Auto rearguard when he boosts anything, if your normal unit was revealed for the ability of your Vanguard Solrairon on the card name, again, either Solrairon, this unit gets 5,000 power for the battle, and if you do at the end of the battle, you may bounce this card to your hand. Okay, it's a free 13k booster that procs the second you do reveal a normal unit, which Solrairon can stack, and it allows you to bounce itself to the hand at the end of the battle. And it's a May clause, so if you want to keep it on board for whatever reason, you can. But if you want to bounce it back to your hand to have an extra 5k shield plus this card fodder, by all means, go ahead. Again, I say, this card, on a normal case, I wouldn't run it, but its art looks so cool to me, and its skill, it isn't that bad. So I honestly might run it as a 3-of. It's just really cool. We might get a Solrairon deck profile of this set. I don't know, but this card might be the reason for it. Then we have Swing on a Swing Ronal, grade 2 set 5k shield, 10k base. Okay, I love her Foxtail, that's all I'm gonna say. Auto rearguard once per turn when this unit attack hits, Soul Boss 1, choose one of these, get plus 10,000 power for the turn. Okay, cool. On hit ability, Soul Boss 1, someone gets 10k, not bad. I mean, it feels random, but it's there, so 2 over 3-of. And then we have Stealth Fiend Fukuro Emoji, grade 2 set 5k shield, 10k base. This Weasel? Question mark? Oh, it has an auto when placed on guard circle from hand, counter boss 1, call a trigger that isn't the over trigger from the drops on the guard circle. Oh, I thought that one card from Dark States, I think it was Dark States, either Dark States or Braincate. As I was hoping that one card from either of those 2 nations was just a one-off thing that they were doing for one of those nations. They are doing it for all of them, confirmed, because that's 2 nations now that have it. Why, Bashi, why? It's not a bad card. I just feel it's unnecessary. But maybe it's supposed to combo with like the fronts that go to Soul now. So you guard with them, you send them to Soul, and like to make up for the lack of shield, because then you Soul Boss them, then you put this down, and then you get that front right back. I see reasons for this. Do I like it? No. Should you run this? Unless you're building budget, no. Or you really need Soul for and that's your specific play. But two of if you want to run it, just two.
On to our last reviews for the day. First, we have Blitz Mechanic Bind, Great Tuners of 5k shield, 10k base, auto when placed on rearguard circle. If your Vanguard has Blitz in the card name and your Aura Zone doesn't have a product in it, by putting a hand card into your soul, you can search your deck for up to one Grade 2 product card, reveal it, put it to your hand, and shuffle your deck. All around, that is pretty solid because it does technically work for both Astrum and Velstra. It allows you to get a free soul card, and it specifically grabs you a Grade 2 set order, so it can grab you Lubat Soul in the Velstra deck, or even the old Grade 2 Freischütz card. And if Parosa is a product card, I'm not exactly sure if it is, but if it is a product card, you can grab you that as well, which is great. And you can use Guard Circle. If your Aura Zone has 2 or more product cards in it, this unit gets 5,000 shield. Cool, it works with both decks a lot because, again, if Prosa is end up being a product card, both decks do want to have a lot of product cards in the Order Zone overall. So being able to be a 10k shield for both of them, it also gets you a free soul and an Order Search just by being placed. Makes this card a very solid grade 2, so it's a warranted 3 of. It's not really a 4 of, but it's a good 3 of since, again, it does get you the Order for free. That takes us over to Blitz Security Varnish. Grade 1 boost, 5k shield, 8k base. Auto placed on rearguard circle. If your Vanguard has Blitz in the card name, choose up to one set order from the drop zone, either bot deck it or put it to soul. So again, this one does work a little bit more freely with both because it just has to have the Blitz name. So again, it allows you to either bot deck an order or get a free soul card, which is nice. And auto rearguard when your Vanguard will its card name and divine skill attacks. By soul bossing when retiring this unit, choose a product card from your order zone and operate it. Okay, so unfortunately that skill does not work so much with the Blitz Giggle Mobile outside of just Velstra, but again, being able to automatically operate your thing just by simply attacking with Velstra, who has the divine skill, who can then energy blast 2 to operate that same order again, is honestly pretty solid. It allows for 2 order operations to happen during the same battle, which can definitely screw over your opponent's battlefield if you're using something like Freischütz Maximum again and again, or you can do Freischütz Maximum plus the Uriate. Alright, it's a very solid grade 1. I don't think you want too many of it because it can possibly eat into the soul, but I think it's a very solid 2 of it in the Velstra deck, because again, it does get you bot decks of drop zone and or free soul, and it does proc off the order more than once. Moving on, we have Beautiful Princess of Felicity Ardalil. Great turn set, 5k shield, 10k base. We obviously know where I stand with this card because there's a moon in the background. Auto rearguard was per turn when this unit attacks into a Vanguard. If your Vanguard's already a grade 3 or greater, doesn't have to be a specific unit for some reason, put a rearguard of a different card name from this unit to soul, and this unit gets 5,000 power for the turn. Cool, it yeets any card from your rearguard into soul, and this thing gets a 15k swing. It's not the worst thing in the world, but considering this is supposed to be Drajeweled support, it does get you a possible different grade into soul, but at the same time, this can help get for Chaos, it can help you get different card names in Soul, and whatever other deck needs like specific units in Soul. So it's not a bad skill. I do think that if you're gonna run this though for Drajeweled, you are better off with that one grade 2 promo whose name I can't remember, but the one that procs at the end of your turn if you have a grade 4. But Ardalil still is a good grade 2 to have in the deck as a possible 2 or 3 of as a budget option if you can't get that other one. Let's just over to Appearing Nightmare Demia. Grade 2 1 boost, 5k shield, 8k base. Auto plus on rearguard circle. If your choose a grade 3 card with Drajeweled on its card name from your ride deck and you may reveal it. If you reveal a card or your Vanguard to Drajeweled, counter possible to check the top 7 for up to 1 Demonic Stone Dragon card. Reveal it, put it to hand, shuffle the deck. If you do not put a card, soul charge 2. So all around, that's pretty solid, because yes, you do have to lose a CB, which is kind of annoying, but on the bright side, this searches for literally Drajeweld's entire specific line of support before you get to the set where Ignis was introduced, because literally all of Drajeweld's support was Demonic Stone Dragon until that set, which is great. But then not to mention the fact that if you don't end up adding something, you'll end up getting a free Soul Charge 2 off of it, so you'll have a few extra soul to go into your Drajeweld turns and hopefully be able to use your abilities. Honestly, not a bad grade 1 at all, because it eats into the CB, you don't want any more than 3 of this, but again, it's a top 7 search that could possibly get you more soul or get you one of your really good grade 2 support cards. Speaking of really good grade 2 support cards, we have the long-awaited upgrade, not even long-awaited, just a random card we randomly got support for, a version of the Demonic Stone Dragon Rocker Gore, aka the original restander for Drajeweld, and that is Demonic Stone Dragon Lizaragor. I think it's really cool that they already upgraded Rocker Gore into Lizaragor, because both its skill was already fine, but the fact that they chose to upgrade it so soon after Michiru makes his return to the anime is great. And it was great to intercept 5k shield, 10k base, auto and placed on rearguard circle. If you have a grade 3 or greater Vanguard Drajeweld in the card card name, and you plus 3 draw a card. It can proc whether it's placed from hand or placed from soul, so it can proc off with the new supporting grade 2 from Drajeweled that came out with Ignis, Zagon, the one that when placed soul charges 1 and calls something out from soul. Alter Rearguard, once per turn, with 2 attacks into a grade 3 or greater unit. If your soul has 4 more cards of different grades, it gets 10,000 power for the turn. That is literally verbatim the exact skill of OG Rockagore. And Alter Rearguard, when you soul blast 4 more cards at the same time for the ability of Vanguard, Drajeweled in the card name, counter boss 1 and stand this unit. All around, pretty solid, because if you don't remember what Rockagore does, it does the exact same thing verbatim for these 2 skills, except for one time small thing, but we'll get into that in a second. So the fact that it has the ability to get you a free draw just by energy blasting 3 when it's placed now is great. The difference between Rockagore and this is that this skill does not require the opponent to be a grade 3 or greater. OG Rockagore did. Lizarrogue is a very solid grade 2. Its restand is no longer restricted by the opponent's Vanguard's grade. The 10k still is restricted by that, but also it still allows you to get a draw just by being placed. Honestly, this is an amazing grade 2. They did a really good job upgrading it, and I cannot wait to see if they have more Drajeweled support where it goes from here. So it's a solid 4 for me. And after I do this, I hope all of you guys enjoyed. And the next one we'll be covering new reveals from Magnolia, and we'll also be getting stuff from the Stoicheia new trial deck from the manga. So I'll see you all then. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, join us for Twitch, and don't forget to snap your Vanguards.